a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona State's offense takes the field for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Washington State Cougars offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Cougars will come to the line to convert on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Westbrook. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazzu!
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Completes it in the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to run it. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He breaks a tackle.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Hilton. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You
intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Back to pass, it's Hilton. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it. Turning it on. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into 3rd and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but man, got to do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket, because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick and gets that 3rd down conversion.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to barge in. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have to.
He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pressure coming. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Washington State going quickly. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to sneak it. Got the first down. Looking for more.
And how nice is it then to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got 4th and short, quarterback sneak, everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Hilton. Pocket breaking down. He's got the tight end. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down. And this offense is smelling the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Just about set to get this second half underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot. Going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hilton. Takes the easy one to the back.
Yeah, you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nice grab in traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Going to look downfield again. Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the change, and they're set up at the 41.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Zings it complete to the right. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Snagged out of the air. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Washington State going back to work on first down. To the air, it's Hilton. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wyoming. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game. But at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. Just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
We'll send the tight end in motion. Makes the grab down the middle. And He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number, has confidence in himself, goes and gets the 1st down.
From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll give it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Using his legs to buy some time. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Line out trying to get it in. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Touchdown, Washington State! And the pummeling has started.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks the tackle. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Fights off a defender. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. This quarterback part of their running game. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Right on the money. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception. Yeah, they're being blown out.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really